Uh, Hello YouTube, this is Jaden. It's been a minute since I made a video. Granted, it's been a minute since I made a video on this laptop. This is actually the laptop I came into college with, but they gave us a different laptop. They gave us like a school laptop, like how in high school they give you like a Chromebook for you to keep at home. They gave us like a Dell laptop for us to keep at home just in case we didn't have one. Although I feel like that's kind of weird because I guess some people aren't as fortunate, but like, how would you be able to even see like emails if you don't have a? I don't know. I guess that's something for another day. But either way, I'm very, very bored. So I decided to make a video, and currently I'm at home. I think the last video I made, I was still in or on campus, but yeah. So I'm at home, and I came to a realization. I mean, it wasn't today. It was actually like weeks ago. I came to a realization. By the way, let me put y'all on to this type of pretzel. These are really good. It's Snyder Fest beer cheese. Um, I mean, I don't know. I figured it sounds like an interesting uh flavor. Um, and I'm gonna be honest. Like beer, they make beer look so good on like the ESPN commercials that I was like, I kind of want to try it. I want to see what beer tastes like. And I'm assuming if that's what beer tastes like, I mean, it's kind of all right, you know. I mean, although the overwhelming flavor is the cheese, but I mean, I feel like I can identify what the beer tastes like because I know what cheese tastes like, and you know, I feel like I can identify which taste is like the beer. But either way, I came to a realization a couple weeks ago because I'm currently at Cheney. Um, I'm a junior. Our second semester starts in 2 weeks. That's crazy. After this semester, I'm a senior. But that's kind of why I came to the realization because I'm almost out of here. Like in a year from now, I'm almost gone. You know, off to grad school. And in grad school, you're kind of gonna want to have a job. Otherwise, how else are you gonna pay for the classes? Well, hopefully, God willing, I can get this Bond Hill scholarship. It's called, which pays for my tuition, but I would still have to pay for housing and whatever. And so that's what I was thinking about. I was thinking about this ever since like the beginning of my junior year. And as someone who's studying math, there's not too many jobs that are for math majors, right? Like math is math is like the language for all other STEM categories, right? Like physics is the application of math, right? Chemistry is the application of physics. Um, and biology is like the application of chemistry, right? That all stems from math, which you can argue that math even stems from uh, philosophy. I think I've heard that. I think I saw that in a YouTube video, and it was very interesting to me. Anyways, right? So math is so very abstract that you can kind of argue that there's a lot of jobs you can get with math, but if you're not applying math to a certain specification, what do you really know in the real world, right? Like we don't live in an abstract world, right? We live in a world full of applications where you're gonna have to apply your knowledge to that job, right? Like I can know every formula in the world, but if I don't know how to use that formula in real life, what does that really serve, right? So it's like, what did I go to college for? So I realized that after I get this degree, right, I'm gonna want to be an engineer, you know? Um, Now I say that because as soon as I got into Cheney, right, I got into Cheney and I was studying math because they didn't have physics. Um, I always wanted to be a physicist, you know, but I figured even directly out of undergrad with a physics degree, I don't know too many jobs that even want that, so I'm gonna have to not downgrade it because I don't think engineering is like a downgrade of physics. I think really, really, I think that engineering is like it's just a more specified version of physics, right? Because you can even say that physics is just full of is very abstract, right? If you don't have a concentration. But like I said, I think I want to be an engineer. I'm in my engineering era. um, I would love to be. I wouldn't even say that I would love to do it though. That's the thing. Like I would love to be an astrophysicist. But I think from now until I get the PhD, I think being a mechanical engineer would get the job done. You know what I'm saying? So I've been looking at like degrees in mechanical engineering. Um, of course, I was looking at Drexel, my dream school. Uh, I mean, to be fair, no, my dream school is UPenn, but Drexel was like, it was kind of a gimme. You know, I kid you not, I actually did make it. I was applicable to join the honors college for Drexel, something like that. I forget what it was called, but obviously Drexel was like $60,000 a year. Even with the scholarship, it was like $30,000 a year. Just really, out of all times, today, they want to do it at 11:46 a.m. That is ridiculous. It's never been this late. They usually do it at like 9. They usually wake me up. But I'm like, I'm fully awake, and now they want to start picking up the trash. This is ridiculous. Hold on, give me a second. They need to give it a rest. I'll be honest with you. Anyways, um, what was I saying? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So I would like to be a mechanical engineer because I was at work. Oh yeah, and I got all of this because I was at work. And there's this lady at my job. Um, and she has a daughter who is the wife of the owner, right? It's very interesting. Essentially, she's the mother-in-law to the owner, and her daughter is a mechanical engineer, and she was telling me about it. Um, Excuse me, I'm sorry. She was telling me about it because I was telling her that I wanted to be a physicist. She started talking about Neil deGrasse Tyson because I guess that's the only black physicist she knows. I'll be honest, that's the only black physicist I know. But at least she tried. She tried her best, and she's really nice to me, so I'm not too upset about it. She's really cool. Um, but yeah, she was talking about how her daughter was a mechanical engineer and how technically that's the best field of engineering because it allows for so many jobs. Like if you're going for specifically aerospace engineering, obviously you're gonna want to get a job that concentrates in aerospace, right? Because you're not necessarily working in like the electrical field of engineering or the computer side of engineering, right? Or like the civil side of engineering. Um, so when she said that, I was like, that's interesting. So I might want to actually look into that. And ever since, I've been looking into that. Um, and this reminds me so much of like senior year of high school, because dude, I swear, after every day of senior year, I see the thing is I wasn't really thinking about college in high school because I was still kind of going through like depression and anxiety. It was a lot. It was a lot. It was more of a uh, it was more heavy. It was heavier on me back then than it was now, and I wasn't really thinking about college, like a future. I guess I don't know. It kind of sucked, but as soon as I got what's it called? As soon as I got the God bless me. Honestly, God bless me with my counselor told me about Cheney and how they give like they can give you a free scholarship or a full ride, essentially, if you have this in your SAT or this type of GPA. I had both, but either way, um, yeah. So this reminded me all like this takes me back all the way to like senior year of high school because ever since I found that out about Cheney, I was looking every day at Cheney University and what's so good about Cheney. And now I'm just like, I'm on my laptop every time that I'm done watching like YouTube or whatever. I'm looking at like every degree that has to do with mechanical engineering. I'm looking at like jobs. I'm like, dude, I'm only 19. What do I have to really, I'm not really, I shouldn't be worried about this, but for some reason I am. And I'm not really too much of a future thinker, Like that's not really me because, you should just be living day by day, right? Like tomorrow isn't promised. Um, but yeah, so Uh, like I said, I'm in my mechanical engineering era, and I'm looking into a couple colleges. Like I said, Drexel is definitely one, but it's a far reach because, like I said, it's 60 grand. Um, Although I guess that did include housing, but if I'm in grad school, I'm not really gonna be living on campus. And like I said, I was also saying the Bond Hill Scholarship, they cover tuition in certain colleges. And of those colleges, my top two was uh, University of Pittsburgh or Temple. Um, Now, I don't know if I want to go to Temple because it's in North Philadelphia, and I'll be honest with you, there's a lot of crime happening in North Philly. And if I'm not living on campus, if I'm living off campus in North Philadelphia, I'm gonna need like a roommate, or like two, or like three, or like a whole fortress. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, they gotta. Can they give it a rest with the trash? Goodness. Either way, um, yeah. So I'm looking at a couple colleges. I'm looking at apartments. So I'm trying to save up a lot of money. That's why I have a job. Um, Save up some money so that I can, you know, do my thing. And then once the time comes for it, I'm gonna have to live by myself. Well, I'm gonna probably have a roommate, but I mean, like, I'm not living with my parents, right? I'm not living with my mom or my father, or I guess my stepdad in that manner. Um, like that's gonna be new for me. It's gonna be very new for me. I don't know. It's very interesting. I'm not scared about it though. That's the thing. I'm not really scared about it. I'm like excited, but it's like a nervous excitement, you know? So kind of like how college was. Like when I was 16, walk, dude. When I was 16, like walking on campus for the first time, like I was so nervous because I thought like people could see it in my because I didn't have a beard back then. And for sure don't have a beard now. Like it's really pissing me off that it's not growing. But either way, like I really had like a huge baby face, and I was nervous that people were gonna like clearly see that in me. Um, but either way, whatever. I'm just yapping. But yeah, so I am looking towards being an engineer now. Uh, Up until I can really get that PhD in physics, and then once that's the case, okay, dude. If they make a lot of noise one more time, I'm just gonna end the video. But anyways, yeah. So I'm gonna try to be an engineer now. So wish me luck, and yeah. All right, that's it, YouTube. Peace.